You know, it's funny, you never get told this growing up, where you never get it's never really a discussion yet. You get to the point where you date people, you get married, you buy a house, you do all the normal shit, and at some point, if you've discussed having kids, you have kids. But you don't necessarily discuss why are we having children. And it's an important question. Why are you having children? Why do you actually want children? What benefit are they? What benefit is your life going to have out of having children? And what benefit are you going to pass on to them to make our society and our world a better place? Because a lot of people don't have that conscious decision. They just get pregnant and have kids. And some people will go, I don't want to miss the window. I want to make sure I've got all the boxes ticked, and I want to have children and be done by the time I'm 35 and have 3 children, and they're ticking all these boxes, but they don't know why. Like, why are you having children? What's the purpose? What's the real reason you're having children? Is it because all your friends are having children? Is it because your parents had 3 kids, so you think you should have 3 kids, and your partner's parents had 3 kids, and so 3 kids is kind of the magic number? We've got to have 3 kids because that's what everybody does. Do you think about the cost involved? Do you think about their education ahead of time? Do you think about what plans do you have with those children to make your life better, their life better, than the life you had? Because, excuse my language here, anyone can fuck, right? Anyone can create a child, right? But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean you're going to be a parent. How many single parents do you, and it's usually single mothers, and I'm not dissing single mothers here at all, because some people make that conscious decision they want to be a single mother. Or you'll get 2 females want to be parents to a child, 2 males want to be. I'm not here to judge people. I don't care. I honestly don't care. What I care about is, what's your reason? What's your why for bringing a child into this world? Because without that why, all you're doing is following society's norms and following what other people are doing, trying to keep up with the Joneses, for argument's sake. All our friends are having children. Perhaps we should have children too. All my sisters or brothers or family or whatever are having children. But what's the real reason you personally have decided to have children? And is it one child? And why is it one child? Why would you, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, why would you have one child? That makes no sense to me whatsoever, why you would have one child. You're having one child because you're selfish. That's why you have one child. Or there are other reasons, which I'm not going to go into for personal reasons here. There are other reasons why people have one child. And maybe some people can only have one child, and that's fine. Like, if you have complications during pregnancy and you end up having only one child for that reason, that's fine. Like, no dramas. But if you are capable of having children and you decide we're only having one child because I want to spoil them or whatever, then that's the wrong reason. You're doing it for you. How is the child benefiting out of that? A child needs a sibling in order to interact. Because for the first 5 years of their life, children, not all, but some children don't interact with other kids. For a myriad of reasons, generally controlled by the parents. And you just go, why? Why are you bringing a child up in an adult-only environment? Why do they not have access to other children? There are so many reasons and so many misnomers, if you want to call it that, on why people have children. And honestly, it's the number one question you should be asking yourself before you have children. Because if you're not asking yourself, why are we having children? You're going into it blind. You are going into a situation completely blind. And yes, you'll get advice from other people, but where is the advice coming from? It's coming from their personal opinion. You should have 3 children. We've had 3 children. They've got 3 children. You've got 3 children. 3 is the lucky number. The government says you should have 2.5 children. Where the fuck does 0.5 come from? How are you going to have 0.5 of a child? And let alone the cost. The cost involved these days is to have a child is very expensive. Not to have the child, to bring the child up over a period of 21 odd years, right? So You've got to go in looking at all the boxes, looking at all the scenarios, because this is not a, why are we having a child now? Because we want to have a baby. Mate, you are really going into a blind if that's what you're thinking. But what you should be doing is going, how can I bring a little life into this world and have them benefit in ways that I didn't benefit? How can I bring them up to be a better person than me? Or a better person to help society? I just went out for breakfast with a mate of mine. His son now lives in America and he's on $270,000 American dollars a year as an 18-year-old kid, because my mate has brought his son up to have a very, very good education. Now, I'm not big on the education system here in Australia. And in fact, I'm not big on the education system, period. I think they go about it all wrong. But if you go about educating your children in the right possible way, that's the outcome that they can have. And I'm not saying money's be all and end all, but if you get your children to be in a position where they can pick and choose what they're going to do, start a business, work at a corporate level, whatever it happens to be, and they've got choices because of the decisions you've made and the paths you've guided them down later in life, even early on, even junior school, senior school, let alone university and college and all that sort of stuff. And I wasn't built for university and college. I hated school. You know, I was like a trade school guy, if you want to call it that. And you know, not everybody's going to go to university. It's not going to gel with everybody. I don't want a university degree. To me, that's just a waste of time. I think there's far better things you can do with your time. However, if you're going to be a doctor, you probably need a university degree. If you're going to be a lawyer, you know, you need a university degree. There's probably heaps of things, if you're going to go down that path, you need a university degree for. And all power to you, good on you. That's great. But it's not for everybody. And it doesn't have to be for everybody. But you as a parent need to make that decision early on and go, if our child wants to go down the path of being a doctor or a lawyer or a surgeon or whatever it happens to be, we need to be able to provide that for them and have a plan in place 20 years prior to that happening. Because they're going to leave school at 16, 17, 18, whatever it is, and you need to have thought about that at the time that that child is conceived. Because if you think about it halfway through school, it's too late. It's honestly too late. You're making decisions way too late. So yes, nobody can foresee what the future is going to happen in the future. But at the end of the day, you need to make those decisions early on, because if you're just going, let's just go and have some fun and see what happens and have a child and get together, and if you're having babies for the wrong reasons, because everybody else is doing it, or it'll improve our life. I can assure you, a baby will not improve your life. It will actually, it has more of effect of disconnecting the pair of you than anything else in life, because that child will rule your life if you don't know how to control the situation together as a couple. It's not going to work, right? Been there, done that. And I've seen so many people split up as a result of not thinking about this sort of stuff. And to be honest, if I look back on my life, I didn't prepare for it enough either. And I don't think anybody can. But the more you talk to people, the more questions you ask right from the outset, the better prepared you're going to be. And it's about asking the hard questions. It's about having the hard conversations with your partner. Why are we having a child? How is our life going to benefit from it? How is our child's life going to benefit by us two coming together and bringing them up in such a way that they're a winner later on in life? Winners are grinners. And what you want is a warrior, not a worrier. And if you two are warriors right now, you're going to create another warrior. If you're stressed about life right now, if you think, if your life is at all stressful and you think bringing a baby in is going to help it, mate, how wrong are you? How wrong are you? You are just adding fuel to the fire by bringing a child into this world, thinking that that's going to be the magic pill that's going to help you two get along. It's completely backward. So, ask the right questions. And if you don't know the questions to ask, talk to someone, whether it's me or anybody else, it doesn't really matter who. But get sound advice. Don't just talk to anyone. Talk to those who are where you want to be. Look at someone and go, do you know what? They're kicking ass when it comes to how they're bringing up kids, and go and talk to them. They'll be more than happy to help you. As a parent, my God, every parent on this planet, at whatever level they're at, They'll either say to you, the way I did things, I fucked things up, don't do it my way, or they'll go, look, this is what we did, it worked for us, it may not necessarily work for you, but give it a go. And talk to as many people as you can possibly talk to when it comes to parenting, because it is a massive subject. And it goes in stages. So don't think before you have a child, I'm going to have all the answers. You're not. You're definitely not going to have all the answers. You'll have some of them. And if you can look at it as 2-year chunks or 5-year chunks, 0 to 5, 5 to 10, or even 0 to school, junior school, senior school, all those sorts of things. There's all this progression stuff that goes through. And you are going to learn so much being a parent, but you've got to be ready for it as well. You've got to be ready for it. So hopefully this is helpful in some way. If you've got any questions, got any comments, want to put in your 10 cents worth, you want to disagree with me, agree with me, I don't care, leave the comments below. Like and subscribe to the channel, because we're always doing stuff on parenting on this channel. And if there's anything we can do to help you, we're here for you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.